Welcome to the Marsden's Arena tonight for what should be a cracking game. Two sides in great form, just one defeat in the last 11 games for both teams, and plenty of strikers on the pitch tonight who know exactly where the goals are. Over 40 goals scored by the four strikers on the pitch tonight. Let's have a look at the two teams who take to the field tonight, and Arthur Albiston joins me in the commentary box. In between the posts for United tonight, Ben Amos, 4 clean sheets in 6 appearances in the FA Youth Cup last season. Strong defence as well. Scott Moffatt, who impressed so much in the game against Brighton. He's at right back tonight. Centre of the defence is led by Matthew James, who started 7 of the last 8. He's partnered at the back by Oliver Gill. And on the left-hand side of the back four, Cameron Stewart, who's played 3 of the last 7 at left back. In midfield, the Norwegian magician Magnus Eikrem is on the right-hand side. Central midfield partnership of captain Corry Evans and Danny Drinkwater, so unlucky against Brighton, hitting both posts in the game. And on the left, the man who changed the game really against Brighton, Antonio Bryan. Up front, 15 goals between these two. Danny Welbeck starts, as does Federico Macheda. Top scorer, 8 in total and 6 in his last 7 starts.
Well, we'll be looking hopefully to get the 2 front players, David, some good service, and I'm sure they'll get that from Eikrem on the right and Bryan on the left. Bryan, as we mentioned, came on against Brighton, changed the sort of complex of the game really. Did that at the weekend as well, came off the bench in a fresh pair of legs, so he's earned his right to be in the side, but certainly good spine to the side.
Quick look at Carlisle's side as well tonight, because they've done pretty well in this competition so far, beating Sheffield Wednesday on penalties in the last round. And incidentally, their central defender Tom Aldred, he scored the winning penalty. He wears 6 tonight. He's partnered by Dan Wordsworth, who's very highly rated by manager Eric Kinder. Up front, goals galore. Gary Madine and Andrew Cook. They've got 26 between them so far this season. Definitely a couple of players to watch.
Without a doubt, that's a great amount of goals to have amassed, and we're only in like the 2nd week in January, so they are 2 to be watched. And as we touched on before, whoever gets the first goal could get an important boost from that tonight.
Carlisle get us underway. The 2 top men for them, Gary Madine and Andrew Cook, starting the game off, and it's an early touch for the right-hand side combination of Moffatt and Eikrem tonight. Magnus Eikrem, who limped out of the last round with a couple of minutes to go against Brighton, but back to his best in the youth team.
He'll play an important part tonight, David. He's great on set pieces, great delivery on corners, very inventive on free kicks. We've seen that over the last couple of seasons.
Early ball in from Bryan, who came on, of course, to such a good effect against Brighton. Not only scoring a goal, but really firing the United side up and putting Brighton back on their heels. Gill emerges with the ball. Here's Bryan. Into Corry Evans. Here's Macheda. Ball just ran away from the Italian. To Conor Tinnion. Now here's Madine. Always danger when he's on the ball. Looking for Cook, but Stewart's there. Do seem to have a good understanding, Carlisle's front 2.
I'm just going to say that, David. Cook, number 9, Madine, number 9, likes to drop off.
Here he is.
Try to find his strike partner.
Here goes Hindmarch, who's been in the goals himself this season. A couple in the league and 1 in their cup tournament as well. Amos came out to claim it, and it's an early penalty for Carlisle. It was top scorer Gary Madine who was felled in the area. And after just over 10 minutes, Carlisle have a chance to put some real pressure on United here, and Ben Amos is going to have a telling off from the referee, who's gone to his pocket. The question is, what colour is the card?
Well, it'd be very harsh to get red for that, I think, David. The ball was going across the way. I don't think he was going to struggle to get an attempt at goals and score there. It wasn't as if he was running in the net, so I think that's a correct decision from the referee. Great little ball in from Hindmarch, who just dropped back into midfield. We heard the shout of Amos coming out. Unfortunately, he's just got his toe there, the striker. And I think that's a correct decision from the referee.
Ben Amos had such a good run in the Youth Cup last season, 4 clean sheets in the run.
You could argue maybe he wasn't going to get an attempt at goals and score, but certainly he's been impeded. So
he's just had a break in play, I think, to do up his shoelaces here. He's got to put his gloves back on now, which is delaying the kick for Gary Madine.
Not a bad thing.
And the top scorer for Carlisle, Madine, has already scored 3 penalties this season. Three penalties so far. Can he make it 4 and put Carlisle in the lead? Yes, he can. First blood to Carlisle, and all 10 outfield players run to their top scorer. I think they enjoyed that one.
Confidently struck away, David. Side-footed, low to Amos's left, no chance, right in the corner. That'll give them a great boost, but we did it before in the last round. We came back from a goal down, and obviously we're going to have to do that again, but we've made a bright start, and you could argue that's maybe come against the run of play, but I don't think the ref had any real doubt not to give a penalty. The keeper impedes the striker, brings him down, he's going to give it.
Stewart towards Welbeck. And Jonny Blake has done that a number of times now, very quick in on the challenge with United's number 9.
You can do that in the halfway line, David. You know he's still got 50 yards to go to get to the goals.
Great ball from Matt James towards Scott Moffatt, who likes to cut inside onto the left foot. Oh, and so close to the back of the net as well. We love to see him burst forward on the right-hand side like that, but it was almost a goal with the left boot this time.
Great run by the fullback. Excuse me, he's cut inside, done everything right. Didn't miss by much at all. Defender thinks he's going to cross that first time. Showed him a little bit of a dummy. That's only a foot wide.
Tell you what, it was very similar to the run by a certain Gary Neville in the reserves last week. Evans back to Eikrem. Into Macheda, but again Wordsworth in quickly with a challenge. Welbeck with the flick towards the Italian. Claims for a hand, albeit quite muted claims from the United players.
Good little ball in from Eikrem.
Good work from Andrew Cook to pickpocket Cameron Stewart there. Gill alive to the danger though. We talk about Carlisle's youth team being quite prolific in front of goal. The reserves haven't been doing bad either, scoring 14 in their last 3 games. Gary Madine, the only player on the pitch tonight for Carlisle who's been involved in reserve action and scored. Here goes Macheda though, well played by him as well. And the keeper got a hand to it. I don't think he knew too much about it, Alex Mitchell. The Italian just wriggling free.
I've got to agree with you, David. I don't think he did know too much about it. A good little touch here by Moffatt. He's got great feet on the edge of the box, doesn't he? Hits that very early. Just like that person sat in the stand, Ole Gunnar. Hits that very quickly. That's what surprises the goalkeeper.
Eikrem to Welbeck. Nice ball through towards Macheda. So Wordsworth is there, but so's Corry Evans. Oh, so close to the equaliser. The United captain pouncing on a mistake at the back, and for the 3rd time in 2 games in this competition, United have rattled the post.
I thought Macheda was impeded there as well as they were running back by Wordsworth. Good strike by Evans, just unlucky.
Here he is again, out to his central midfield partner, Danny Drinkwater. Macheda picks out Welbeck in space beautifully. Wasn't in space for too long though.
It's a little bit congested there, David, the edge of that box. Great ball, good ball in from Moffatt again.
Moffatt with a lovely ball to Bryan, as you say. Here is Antonio Bryan, fancy to go, and why not as well? And United have a corner.
That was on target, and that could have took a deflection, quite easily looked over the keeper or anything, David. So good bit of patient build-up, and eventually getting a strike on goals.
How unlucky is this?
It's just dropped on his weaker foot. He's done well to keep it down. Just bounced up in front of him. That's encouraging, though. They'll take some heart from that.
In towards James. It's cleared by Hindmarch. All the way back to Scott Moffatt, who's looking for the tall figure of Oliver Gill. Not quite finding United's centre-back, who's been on the score sheet himself this season. Oliver Gill, the winner in the last minute against Nottingham Forest, his first goal for the under-18s.
Well, it wasn't the worst ball in from Moffatt. Not a bad one to hit in, is it? We've still got centre-halves up there. That long diagonal ball in. And you just thought, well, maybe one of the 3 United players that was up there, Gill, I think Bryan was out there as well, Macheda, you thought one of them might have been able to do something there, but I think one of the Carlisle lads shouted and allowed the ball to drift out of play. Very pensive looking Ole Gunnar there.
Trying to plot the United way back into this, perhaps. What a wonderful effort out of nothing from Stephen Hindmarch, one of the club's youngest ever debutants at the first team. And that's probably one of the best goals he's ever scored as well. And Carlisle get the crucial second and put daylight between them and United. It's 2-0 to the Cumbrians.
That's a great strike. That's come against the run of play, really, the last 10 minutes. United just forcing themselves back into this game, but what a strike on the volley. No keeper would have saved that. We're right behind that diagonally. As soon as he's hit that, David, that's sweet as a nut. Right into the side net and part of the goal.
I don't want to worry you, but he's scored 3 times this season, and in every game he's scored, Carlisle have won. Here's Matt James now to Danny Drinkwater. Again, 10 men behind the ball for the visitors.
Well done.
Nice ball to Macheda, bit of space for him maybe. Welbeck quickly closed down. Onto his left foot, good effort! Oh, wonderful effort in fact. And Danny Welbeck gives United a route back into this cup tie with just a few minutes to go before the break.
Well, that's something they've not been able to deal with, David. When he got the ball in the box here, if I was playing, I'd say to Danny Welbeck, don't come out of the box with it. You've got in the danger, but it looks like he's going to come out there. He's turned around and hit that out of nothing. But we know he can hit the ball with both feet. We know he can move it very quickly from both feet, right to left. Surprised the goalkeeper at his near post. Not the worst ball in the world, is it? Puts them on the back foot again.
Bryan does well to pull that one down as well. Bryan's all over him there.
It's a free kick, David, you're right.
Here goes Bryan. Had to beat the referee to the ball as well. Welbeck fancies on his right this time. Oh, and why not? Great effort, good stop too. And Duffy just about beats Eikrem to the ball.
Great strike from Danny Welbeck. That's creeping in that corner. Strong handset from the goalkeeper.
Well, Danny Welbeck's scored with his left and come very close with his right there.
Used the defender as a shield there. Keeper's seen it late. Strong hand on it. Eikrem's unlucky. Just got sort of crowded out there. Looks like he was just going to get in front of the fullback, but it wasn't to be.
Eikrem with the ball in towards Macheda. Wordsworth with the clearance. Now a break is on here with Tinnion, although Carlisle aren't committing anybody forward.
Yeah, good defending by Evans again. Snuffing out the danger. Gives everybody a chance to get back now and get organised.
Well, the referee's whistle will pierce this cold evening very shortly. Perhaps time for one more attack, though. Here goes Macheda. He's got 2 to beat to it, though. One of them's Wordsworth. Bit of pressure on Mitchell might reap rewards. Well, penalties broke United's hearts in the FA Youth Cup last season, and it looks like a penalty has helped Carlisle to a half-time lead here as well. The strike from Gary Madine, who's continued his record of scoring in every round of the FA Youth Cup so far. 4 in 4 for him, and Carlisle have really tried to destroy United's rhythm in the first half so far and scored an absolute cracker from Stephen Hindmarch as well to make it 2-0. But Danny Welbeck has stepped up to the plate and got United back into this game. A cracking strike with his left foot. It really is game on here. You won't want to miss the second half. We'll also have a look back at the best bits of the first half. That's coming next.
Join United on an Arabian adventure and watch them take on Al Hilal Al Saudi FC at the King Fahd Stadium, live and exclusive Monday 4:45, only on MUTV.
Fridays are all about the match on MUTV. Wayne Rooney drills it home. The only channel to bring you the manager's press conference in full.
I think there will be more interesting times to come.
Together with all the latest odds.
Queuing up all the odds for Saturday's clash.
And unrivaled build-up to the weekend's game.
I'm looking forward to the next challenge, and I think this is a great opportunity.
Get ready for the weekend with Fridays on MUTV.
And a good save by Middleton. Corry is asking for a penalty, and the referee says yes indeed. And a chance for Thornhill to get his second goal of the game.
Live football on MUTV.
What a tremendous strike from Gibson.
The only place to watch all United reserves league action.
Sean Evans! Oh, pick that one up.
This week, they take on local rivals Bolton.
What a strike!
Reserves live, Wednesday at 6:30, only on MUTV.
It's all about second-half performances for United of late. The academy getting a draw at the weekend, the goal coming in the second half, and the first team, of course, scoring 6 against Newcastle at the weekend. And here go United straight away from the off. Macheda's through against Mitchell, and Macheda's almost put it in. It was a wonderful challenge from Matthew Brown. He had his penalty saved in the shootout in the last round, but he's come across there to stop a certain goal straight from the kickoff.
What a great first-time pass from Moffatt there, and the ball just seemed to skip and run away a little bit from Macheda. Keeper's done well, and so has Brown, the fullback, but a great start from United to this half.
Eikrem's ball in, it's towards Evans. It's somehow scooped away by the Carlisle defence.
That could have dropped to anybody as well. Good little ball in again there from Eikrem.
United could have had 2 inside the opening minute of this second half. Paul McGuinness has certainly got them fired up and ready for action in this second 45 minutes. Here's Moffatt now, trying to swing it up towards Danny Welbeck. Back to Corry Evans, who spotted Cameron Stewart in acres of space. Trying to pick out Welbeck at the near post, but it was Brown again who got the clearance. And how crucial could that be? The one cleared off the line by Carlisle's right back.
Yeah, he's done well there. He's coming in. Keeper sort of got a half a sort of touch in it, but the fullback made sure.
Unbelievably close to this going in.
Oh, it looks as if he's just going to walk it in the net, isn't he? But from the corner of his eye, Brown's come there and got a great block in it.
This could be tough as well as Tinnion goes through. The flick was from Cook, and Amos had to be brave to dive in front of Gary Madine and pluck the ball out of the air.
Stood his ground there, Amos, just sized the situation up. It's dropped on Tinnion's weaker foot, his right. Looks as if he's going to lob him.
They do look to be tiring perhaps, and there's still almost 25 minutes left on the watch.
That's it, keep moving it, keep spreading them.
Here's James. Moffatt out wide, Bryan through the centre with Macheda. It's out to Scott Moffatt. Good work to beat Tinnion as well. Needs a good cross here. Almost picked out Welbeck. Galbraith with a touch.
Great crossing from Moffatt. He's had an excellent game tonight. And a good defensive clearance as well.
Carlisle hardly committing anybody forward here, but Madine has come forward undetected. Up against James, he'll want it on his right. Tinnion swings it over, Cook with a header. That may well have put a seal on it if it had gone in the back of the net, but...
That's a great ball in from Tinnion, wide left there. It looks as if it's come off a United defender, just got a touch there, vital touch. Corry Evans just got under it. Good ball in, it's just asking to be headed in. Well, you can see Carlisle done ever so well, David, but they're just running out of steam a little bit now.
Here's Bryan. James has kept his run going again. He was caught by Duffy there.
That's just a bit of tiredness creeping in as well, you know.
And yet again, the ball whacked miles away. This time by, I think it was Blake.
Just a wee bit of tiredness. That wasn't happening in the first half. They were playing their way out and they were getting tackles in. But now Bryan's been a real thorn to them all night. Galbraith might fancy this with his left foot.
Does look like it'll be Danny Galbraith. Eikrem's hovering with his right foot there as well, but it would sit up nicely for a left footer here. Mitchell's over one side of the goal. Galbraith puts it over the other, and the keeper did well to scramble across his line and pluck that one out of the air.
Looks as if it was creeping in. Possibly the keeper made it look better than what it was, but yeah, he's held it. He's not spilled it.
Aldred playing with fire with Macheda there, getting away with it though.
That's what we've got to do, hustle them out of it.
Tinnion to Duffy, here's Cook. Challenge from Galbraith, now Drinkwater can come away with it. Welbeck's already on his bike.
Yeah, good closing down again.
It was Hindmarch, who's been involved in both Carlisle goals tonight with the block in. Duffy. Up to Madine. Strong challenge from James, though. Welbeck, lovely ball to Macheda. James as well. This is great football from United. What's the finish like, though? Oh, the flag's up. It won't count. The flag is up. A fabulous move from back to front from the Reds.
Great piece of play. One-touch football. Just sliced him right open. He's just gone half a yard too early there, Danny Galbraith.
And I think he knew the minute he made the run as well.
Great piece of play. Just...
Here's Macheda. Back to Moffatt. United have provided us with so much excitement in this competition in the last 12 months. Is there more to add? Macheda in the area, and it's just taken off his toes. And that may well be a crucial interception right at the death.
Great piece of play by him and Welbeck. Probably not seen enough of that in the second half, but the interchange passes well there. And I thought he was going to shoot there, Macheda. Tight angle, he's trying to get it back on his left.
James looking for Moffatt. He finds the right back. Into Bryan. Hits one, it whacks Duffy straight in the face. United have to build all over again from the back. Last 20 seconds or so of added time. It's got to happen now. And it's straight to Cook. And he's just going to keep running and running and running here. Three chasing him. Madine in the centre, he went for goal.
Great run, last minute of the game. It shows you the energy the lad's got there.
Amos needs to get this up the other end quickly. He gives it to Corry Evans. It's now or never. And that's just booted clear by Bryan, who's been so strong at right back all night. Look at the watch from referee Mark Heywood. The whistle to the mouth, and the game is over. United's FA Youth Cup run comes to an end. Look at the celebrations. It's a massive scalp for Carlisle. They've beaten Sheffield Wednesday, and they've beaten Manchester United. Ben Amos beaten early on from that penalty after bringing down Gary Madine, and then beaten by an absolute perler from Stephen Hindmarch. And that ultimately is the goal that seals it. Danny Welbeck with a goal that almost got United back into it. So much pressure from the Reds through the whole 90 minutes. But in the end, it just wasn't good enough. And if you're going to score a goal to win a game, why not hit one like this? What a goal.
Great strike, right off his laces. As I said before, a little bit of bend on it. When that hits the ground, it's only going to fade in towards the goals. And you can see what it means to the Carlisle players. You know, they know it's a massive result for them.
A wonderful effort, a wonderful victory for Carlisle. United's FA Youth Cup run is over for another year.
All commiserations. You must have come from a pretty unhappy dressing room there.
Certainly, but I think you have to give credit to the opposition. I think they deserve to go through from the fact that they took advantage of our mistakes and we couldn't take advantage of the chances that we had. To have that much possession and to have so many chances and not put them away really wasn't good enough. Yeah.
I guess the damage was done in that first half when you went 2-0 down, penalty, and then a screaming effort, really.
Yeah, I mean, real basic mistakes in the build-up to those goals, and it's something, you know, you talk about. You've got to transfer what you do in training into games, and that's certainly not happened there. And then at the other end of it, it's not just the defending, it's the attacking. You've got to put away the chances and convert the amount of possession into enough shots on goal, and we just didn't do that. We didn't test the goalkeeper enough.
Danny Welbeck got you back in the game. Were you hopeful you'd go on and win it there in the second half?
Sure, certainly we were, and you thought, you know, at the end of the first half, we had loads of possession, getting on top, some good football, but we didn't carry on in the second half. We didn't use the width well enough. We ended up trying to go through the eye of a needle in the middle. Too many little intricate passes and not enough shots on goal, not enough crosses. We didn't test the goalkeeper enough, so that's really disappointing, yeah.
It looked as though it was going to come in the second half. There was so much possession. There was an offside goal as well, but it's just one of those days in the second half.
Well, it's one of those days that you just don't want to happen, and it puts us back, you know, as a team and as players. It puts you back 2 steps. You'll have to take stock and try and improve from there. Take it all on board. But certainly we've missed an opportunity to do well in this Youth Cup this season. People obviously see this as quite a big shock. Have you got to lift the players now? Is that going to be difficult? They've got to lift themselves. They've got to lift us sometimes, because we're certainly disappointed by that, and the whole club is. Everyone will be that's associated with Manchester United. You know, it's a big defeat, and you know, that's a burden they have to bear if they haven't performed. Yeah. Thanks for speaking to us so soon after the game. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Interesting thoughts there from Paul McGuinness. Arthur, a disappointing night all round, really, in the end. The ball just wouldn't go in the back of the net the second time for United.
That's right. I felt as if we got the equaliser, we'd have went on to get a result out of this, David. So I want to take, but they've got to bounce back. There's still half a season of football to play, and I'm sure the players will bounce back.
And what a way to win it as well. Stephen Hindmarch with a cracking strike. He's scored in 3 separate games so far this season, the 4th tonight, and they've won every time he's scored as well. Good record for him. Arthur, thanks for joining me tonight.
Pleasure.
Thanks for your company. So United huffed and puffed, but just couldn't blow that Carlisle wall down. From all of us here, good night.